Okay, so look, we've been on Carnival 16 times, and every single sailing, I'm watching first timers make the same mistakes. Some of them gonna cost you money. Some of them gonna take your whole day one vibe and just throw it in the trash. By the time this video is over though, you're gonna see exactly how much these 10 mistakes can add up to. It's over $600 on one cruise. $600, y'all, in mistakes that ain't even have anything to do with upgrades or specialty dining or nothing fun, just not knowing. So here's what we're doing. I'm gonna keep a running dollar total on the screen the whole time. Every money mistake goes on that count. You can watch it add up. And by the end, you're gonna see exactly where it all went. I already know it's gonna hurt a little, but knowing is better than finding out later when that credit card statement comes through. All right, mistake number 1. And this one doesn't cost you any money, it costs you time. But when you're on vacation, that's basically the same thing. So Carnival requires you to pick a port arrival time when you check in online. First timers end up skipping that step. They just show up at noon thinking they're about to just walk right on the ship, standing in a line that's wrapped around a building in Florida in June in the sun. 2 hours of day one is gone. Check-in window opens up 16 days before you sail. Go in the minute it opens. Pick the earliest time they give you. That's it. That's all. Mistake number 2. Now this is where the money starts. The cheers package. If you're planning to drink on this cruise, and let's be honest with each other, you need to be looking at the cheers package before you even board that ship, because the price is not the same when you're on board. You waited too long. Now you're paying more. Okay, real quick. Is this your first Carnival cruise or have you been before? Drop a C for Carnival veteran or an F for a first timer in the comments. I read every single one. The cheers package is way cheaper when you buy it before you sail. We're talking $10 to $15 per person per day cheaper than what they're charging on the ship. That's a whole extra drink, y'all. That's $140 for 2 people on a 7-night cruise that you just handed over because you waited. Set a reminder. Check the prices a few days before you sail because it can drop. Don't just buy it when you book and call it done. Keep watching the price. Mistake number 3, and this is the one. This is the one that really be getting to people. You get home from the cruise, you're looking at your credit card statement, and there's these charges. 1 for every single day that you was on that ship. Those are called gratuities. Carnival adds them automatically. Every single day, every single person. It's not an opt-in and you didn't decide anything. They're just there. People see the cruise price and they budget for that cruise price, and that's it. But that's not it. Then they get home and they're like, wait a minute, what's all this? For 2 people on a 7-night sailing, you're looking at over $220 in gratuities. Before one drink, before one excursion, before you even done anything. So budget that in for the same day you book. It's not a surprise if you plan for it. Mistake number 4 is booking every single excursion through Carnival. Here's the thing about Carnival's excursions. They're convenient because they're right there in the app, but there's a markup. The same tour that's $89 through Carnival, you can book it directly with the local operator for $45. Same boat, same water, same tour, same everything. Now, I want to be fair. If that tour is delayed and you're on the Carnival excursion, they hold the ship. That is real. That does matter. So it's not never book through Carnival. It's know what you're paying for. Do your research, especially for ports that you've been to before. 3 port days, 2 people, that's about $30 savings per person per excursion. That's $180 that could have stayed in your pocket. Ask me how I know. Mistake number 5. This one doesn't go on the dollar counter, but it's gonna mess up your whole first day if you don't know. Embarkation-day. You're getting on the ship. Everybody, and I mean everybody, goes straight to the Lido deck buffet. I get it. You see the pool, you smell the food, you get excited, you hear the music. The Lido on day 1 is a lot. Long lines, everybody's bumping into each other, you're still trying to figure out where your cabin's at, and the whole time, the main dining room is open for lunch. Same food. Sit-down service, and it's completely empty. That's where you start your vacation, not in all the chaos. Before mistake number 6, look at where that dollar counter is sitting right now. And we ain't even halfway done talking. Okay, mistake number 6, the Carnival Hub app. Everything about your sailing is in this app. Dining reservations, show times, your sail and sign balance, your daily schedule, chat with everybody in the group, all of it. First timers don't download it before they board. So day 1, they're standing in a line at guest services trying to make a dinner reservation, or by the time they get there, it's gone. Or main dining room seating that they wanted is taken. Download it before you sail. Set up your account at home. Do not wait till you're actually on board the ship with your bags in hand trying to figure everything out. Mistake number 7. Okay, this one is actually really quick, and it gets people every single time. Your checked luggage ain't gonna be in your cabin till the afternoon, sometimes later. First timers pack their swimsuits and their checked bag, their flip-flops, their sunscreen, their sunglasses, whatever. Everything they need for day 1. Now they're sitting on the Lido deck in some jeans and they hot and they watching everybody else have a good time and they're not hot. Your day 1 essentials need to go in your bag that goes on your shoulder. Your swimsuit, a change of clothes, your medication, anything that you need within that first couple of hours on board, that's the rule. Don't play yourself. Mistake number 8 is personal for me. It's elegant night. Carnival has elegant night usually 1 or 2 times on a 7-night sailing. It's the best dinner of the whole cruise. Main dining room is going to be pretty. The food's going to be a little elevated. The whole ship's energy is kind of shifted that night. They got the really nice backgrounds out for pictures. And you get the first timers showing up in their casual clothes because they didn't know any better. I mean, they'll be fine. They adjust. But I want to save you from the whole embarrassing moment because I'm letting you know now. The Hub app is going to show you what nights of your sailing are elegant night. Once you know, pack something nice for that night. Doesn't have to be a gown or a tuxedo or anything like that, unless that's your vibe, if that's what you want to do. But prepare accordingly. Mistake number 9 is for whoever's planning to treat themselves on this cruise, and you should. Spa prices on Carnival are the highest on sea days because that's when everybody wants to go, because nothing else is competing with their time. And the spa knows this, and the price is going to reflect it. But your port days, half the ship done got off for their excursions, and now the spa's got open appointments, and they're going to run specials to fill those appointments. We learned this back on sailing number 3. Book your spa services on a port day, ideally in the morning. Same service, less money. And you can find out what days those specials are going to be on if you go to the spa and just ask. Last one, specialty dining. Carnival's got specialty restaurants. You got the steakhouse, you got sushi, you got Italian, depending on which ship you're on. They are not included. You're paying per person per meal. If you book before you sail, you typically get a discount, sometimes about 10 to 20% off of what they're charging on board. And the spots go fast, especially on the shorter sailings. We book these once, before we've even packed anything. That way you have nothing to worry about. Your table's waiting for you when you get there, and you're not standing there at the host station trying to see if you can get in. Okay, let's see this number. $642. One sailing, 2 people. And mistakes that had nothing to do with actually having a good time. That's a deposit on a whole nother cruise. Or 3 nights of specialty dining. That's real money that could have stayed in your pocket or gone towards something that you actually wanted to do. Nobody ain't out here trying to throw away $642. And now you don't have to, because now you know. If you've been rocking with me for a minute, you know this is exactly what I'm doing in my emails and messages every single week. I'm answering the question, what do I wish I knew before my first Carnival cruise? Well, this right here is the answer. I just put it all in one place for you. Now that you know what these mistakes cost, the next question is, which cabin on Carnival is actually worth the upgrade? inside, ocean view, balcony, or a suite. I ranked all 4 and told you exactly who each one is for. That video is right here.